me recruit that vampire after you beat her. So I did. Let's see what else we got. Oh, I can upgrade people now. Rat total. Gonna be used on spirits. Oh, that's pretty useful, I guess. What does she have? Sabotage. Espionage might be better. Lethal force. Oh damn. I'll take the lethal force. Predator. Auto shotgun attachment. Mangler. So shotgun or the saw. Changed. Kills a couple of those. Petrol and matches. Yours truly is the firefighter. Yeah, except I don't think it's bad. That's 700 kilograms. Well, I mean, he's not human, so kind of. More people. What's this? Illuminati Alabrad. Freelance shop. Well, good. They offer the walls in these more. Okay, so I got some more mercenaries. Tell me a story. Care for family first, but to them, family is with more people on the roof. It's some abstract concept. It's the name that matters to them. Wow, the eldest is quite disillusioned with their family life. Aw, sad. Also a good provider. serpent, you know it's not worth saving. Those were good times though, simpler times. It got more complicated as I got older, as the seas got ever more fished out. It's even more complicated now that I'm stuck on dry land. Wow, this family is weird. People like easy solutions. They don't take that much for them. My son Callum doesn't understand this. He thinks he will be happier as some corporate drone. But I've been there, and I can say for certain that it's just a longer path to where we are now. It all ends with drinking or sometimes killing. At least we're direct of it. Now, so he's smuggling weapons. Herman was never good at brokering deals. He hated that part of the business. Didn't care to haggle. Always leaving money on the table. We fought about it often, and one day he told me to handle it if I cared so much. So I did. Turned out I was better at it. Much better. I had worked in the business world before the boys were born. I knew how these things must be done, so I began to make all the deals. I secured the product, I found the buyers. In time, we didn't even need Henry to babysit the shipments. Our influence had grown strong, and now we run everything safely from dry land. There is no problem, so long as he remembers his place is here. There are too many ideas in that boy's head, too much ambition. And ambition like that never leads to a good end. You should be happy with what we have built for him. He is the eldest and so very smart. One day he will take control of the club and all of the business. But he feels trapped here. He wants to be free. The irony is that his idea of freedom is to work for a corporation. I know from experience there is nothing further from the truth. They don't call you wage slaves without good reason. But here we have true freedom. We make our own way. I wish you realized this. I try to make him understand, but it only seems to drive him further away. I worry if I try too hard, I will lose him to his ambition. That's a complicated little thing. I wonder if I can help out with this. Not a therapist, though. See if there's anything else around here. What's been talking to? Oh, somebody we haven't met before. Clearing work. New part of town. Rosario Ignacio. Transport missions and nanny services. I occasionally Shadowrun for a while. Filipino. Lumpia. Filipino spring rolls or whatever. Full of pork or whatever pork flavor substitute is on sale. It's important to be free. Not everyone deserves that you're in. Shadow nannies. Oh, that's pretty cool. Shuttle kids in and out of war zones. I've gone to hiding with little ones for months on, while their parents had to lay low. I've taught children good manners, hygiene, and proper use of firearms for over 20 years. Wait, what? You teach kids how to use weapons? I show them how to use weapons safely. What's dangerous is not explaining their world to them, their shadows, that is. These kids have to grow up fast. Weapons training is appropriate when you're living in a smuggler's den. I'm really glad somebody finally gets it. The gut reaction for most people is to deny the danger. The rest seem to think that children are too immature to step up to the challenge. Me, I trust my kids. I don't underestimate them. And they never let me down. She got sloppy. Oh. Didn't run too far. Why not leave Hong Kong? Heals in the shadows. Sunday is my only day off. I used to go and sit with the other nannies and housekeepers. We bring a piece of cardboard so we can set it around the shape. Any lumpy and rice cake, nothing special. But I don't belong to that world anymore. I couldn't risk work getting back to home before. I miss my friends. Well. Oh, just a little side story. I don't think I should just be selling that stuff. How much money do I have actually? Oh, 1,700? That's not that much. Let's check with the... Oh. Dr. Sheng. Is he an actual doctor, though? Vampires in the trade industry. A vampire queen. As he got along, some poor Neville show is dead. That's something. Alright. Whoa. You don't sound too mad, Nev. What's the catch here? Do you know why I keep winning our little contest and you're always playing catch-up? It's because you think people like Miss Long actually matter. They don't. Stars are crafted, molded out of talent, yes, but ultimately constructed. With enough time and effort, anyone can be made into a star. It's just a question of manipulating public perception. I'm not sure I believe that. Maybe so, but I got her now, and your show's dead in the water without the star. What do you think of that, eh? I think I'm going to do what any good soap opera producer would do. Write her character out with a tragic death and bring on someone new. You labor under the misapprehension that viewers have loyalty. They don't. They have only appetite. I'm not sure I believe in that either. As long as you chase stars like Wall, you will lose. Don't be afraid to think bigger, Doctor. Reach for the drama, not the dramatists. Huh. Okay. Let's talk to Gladly. Alright. Kindly, I mean. Reliable. One of my suppliers. Really good businessman, sharp guy. Sees opportunity. Most of us see funny guy. Sounded unhappy. Something's up with this guy. So I talk to Jim a bit. We have a visitor. We're all still having the dreams. They've gotten a hell of a lot worse. Dreams have become unpleasant, so to say. Darker, violent. Not all that healthy, if you ask me, especially for men our age. We come out of them in a daze sometimes. It feels like we've been punched in the senses and the imagery. Well, I said, no details. You better not be having a stroke. You need to go faster. The shadows that follow you are getting closer. Oh, something's up. Alright, let's see if the girl has made any progress. If not, I can just buy some spells. Craft issue. Oh. Red rings her eyes and her tousled hair. Looks like she hasn't seen the better part of her a pillow in a couple of days. This mind-numbing tedium is starting to pay off. Check this out. The dreams everyone's having, they aren't really dreams. They're omens. From what I gathered, we're walking a fine line here. They're pretty dangerous. Attempts to interpret them could lead to mixed results. Omens, harbingers of doom and gloom and bad things to come. A dictionary. Omens, a sign of that warns of future events by way of visionary creatures or hallucinations. What calls? Apparently, these sorts of portents are commonly linked with malign places and disaster sites. They're caused by leakages through wounds between our world and the astral plane. Yeah. Not sure you can seal them. And here it says these visions or dreams or whatever you want to call them are real. They're open to interpretations, but interpreting them incorrectly can be disastrous. Astral space is a place of dream logic. Taking things you see too literally can be even more dangerous than ignoring them. But there's no real correct way to interpret a dream. It is difficult to separate the nonsense from the substance. Okay, let's be honest. Oh, let's see if she has anything. Conjuring. Oh, wow, we got armor now. Having armor's probably better, I think. Well, they're all spellcasting stuff. I can't use them. Oh, conjuring. Here we go. Haste. Got blur. Look at slow. But nah, I think we need to. That's really expensive. You know what? No, that's fine. I mean, if your offense is good enough in this game, I don't think it will really matter. We should just play it on easy. Honestly, it's just for story. This game is for story, not really. I don't really play this for challenge. See if we got any new messages. Urgent task. Steel arm loop. For years, the Yellow Lotus and Red Dragon have been locked in Cold War. Remain evenly matched. External forces. It's a frame of white paper fanning. Damn. Okay, we got caught in the middle of a gang war here. New plant data in the visitor records. Huh. To steal a prototype laser weapon. Restaurant job. The rest. The client for this run has grown tired of one particular of them in his side. Rooster Low is a red pole from one of the smaller triads. The easy money gang, if you prefer. 289 has a special meaning in Chinese, I think. Show the low error his ways. Feels well protected. Oh, so we're gonna kidnap him. Oh wait, gotta get paid for my thing, right? Hold on. Claim payment. There you go. Oh, 1100. That's it. Not great. Let's see what Raptor's been up to. Ah, my friend, there's something I would like to discuss with you. Something related to the Ares run that you recently accepted. You may recall my story about my former colleagues, Taylor and Hardingham, the ones who stole my research. They work at that facility. If the auto repair circuits that it took from me still exist, they are there. I need you to bring me on the run to retrieve them. Okay, so that's like his loyalty mission. Well, we're gonna save that for later, though. Get some rest. Let's see what Duncan's been up to. Well, nothing here. Oh, I mean, I assume Isabel is still busy too, because yeah, I didn't do her loyalty mission yet. Let's see what Gobbet has anything new to say. Alright, ready for my next lesson. Another story. Wait, you lost 3 other teams before you... Yeah, I don't know how successful you are. 3 of your teams got killed except for you. This shouldn't cause right, we get used up and tossed away. It's a little grim. Shadows get killed all the time. There's no sense moaning about it. Okay. Raft? You call it the sinking ship? A shiny object. Brass shaman hired to steal a shiny object. A chunk of red jade about the size of polished of an ostrich eggs. Hedge wizard. Sorry to steal crystal ball from a wizard. Some of it was magic, a lot of it was crap though. Fakes and forgeries to sell to gullible tourists. So it caused the case the warehouse. So what happened? A couple of minutes we heard this ungodly crash, then another. Turns out, Agret had rigged into Suyen's network of automated forklifts. She had 6 of them running amok in the loading docks, chasing down workers and crashing themselves into anything marked fragile. Couple guys with baseball bats, but we handled them easily. No, we slipped inside and made a beeline for the back of the warehouse, where the shiny object was supposed to be. No, actually it was there, just like we thought it'd be. The door was open and everything. The shiny object was sitting there in a teak cradle, gleaming with reflected light. Just like the client had said, it had a ring of Taoist talismans hanging off it, like a grass skirt, the paper all crinkled with age. We didn't waste any time, so I reached in and grabbed the thing. It felt strange through my gloves. The jade sort of heated, as if it had a pulse beat. I wanted to drop the thing, but it was our payday, so I slipped into my satchel instead. I couldn't get the flap closed quickly enough. The package being secure, Soy and I turned to hightail out of there, and then things went to shit. He was standing there right in front of us, larger than life. I'm guessing that when he heard the commotion of the loading dock, he came running and, well, waddling, to make sure his treasure was safe. Turned out it wasn't, because I'd already stolen it. He looked displeased. We lit the old bastard up. It was pretty epic, truth be told. Spirits were summoned, spells were discharged, the vault door sealed behind Xiuyan looked something out of a movie. At one point, the old man leapt onto Soy's back and tried to bite his ear off. I won't bore you with a play-by-play of how the fight went down. In the end, we crushed him. Unfortunately, the fighting caused some collateral damage. At some point during our showdown with Xiuyan, the control panel for the vault door must have eaten an arc of lightning or the blast of a powerball. It was toast. All black and melted. Neither of us could fix it. So you're trapped inside the vault. Yeah, it's about the size of it, and it was only a matter of time before the old man's remaining security guys found us in there. There was still one way out, a ventilation duct. But it was too small for Soy to fit through. He was a troll after all. I had the shiny object, but I left Soy there, and security got to him. Well, you do the math. So here's the conundrum. I got our payday in the satchel. The team was split. It's inevitable that more Triad 49ers are going to find us, but we don't know how, when, or how many. Ikaret and Honu are holding their own in the loading dock for now. I can stay with Soy to help fight off the inevitable wave of Triad 49ers, but we'll be badly outmatched, like badly. The odds of survival won't look good for either of us. If Ikaret weren't pinned down the loading dock, she could probably get the vault door open. But in order to get to her, I'll have to leave Soy alone in the vault. If Xiuyan's reinforcements find Soy before I come back with Ikaret, well. So that's a scenario. Not a lot to work with. Tell me what you would do. A huge hole. That's not what I did. I fished the shiny object out of my bag. I still remember how the Taoist talisman spring the thing crinkled in my hand. I remember shrugging and saying, to hell with it. I put the thing in Soy's bare hand and told him to go nuts. It was almost like Soy had been waiting for me to pass him the thing. He seemed eager to take it. He hugged that chunk of rock to his chest like a newborn baby. Color swam in the stone and something changed in his eyes. Then old man Xiuyan's 49ers breached the door and Soy unleashed hell. What went down in that room? Well, I've only seen that kind of carnage a couple of times in my life, and I've been running the shadows for years. Those triad men were torn to scraps by the end of it. Don't think I'll ever forget the sounds that they made. I spent most of the fight huddled in the corner for my own safety. Didn't Sui let loose from the stonewood. Didn't seem terribly interested in discriminating between friend and foe. Truth be told, I don't know what they were. Like I said, I was hiding, but he couldn't have done it without the shiny object, not in a million years. Whatever they were, the rock brought him here. We waited for things to calm down in the vault and for the things to go slithering away. I think that Sui had some limited control over them, which is why they didn't eat us. After they were gone, Sui gave me the shiny object back. I put it in my satchel and we bailed. We collected the others on the way out. They were blissfully ignorant of what happened on the other side of the warehouse, and I didn't see a reason to change that. We hightailed it back to the docks and caught the first boat back to the sinking ship. Mission accomplished. From what I told, people still avoid Suiyen's warehouse like the plague. It's supposed to be haunted even to this day. People who set foot in the building keep turning up dead. Pretty sure I'm one of the only living people who know why. So what happened? Explosive pop turrets. Store. They didn't stay that way for long, damn. Any thoughts about that last run? Man, if every job we can get about going to fancy parties and stealing your food and booze, I'd be a happy camper. Okay. I'm all for making allies where we can, but do you really think making somebody better at being a vampire is a good plan? I know she says she owes us, but come on, I don't know how trustworthy a leech is. I like that we got paid, but I can't help feeling we created a monster that's gonna come back to haunt us later. Eh, well, we'll see. Catch you next time. Alright. Let's go work on that next job. I'll probably do the murders first. That seems like a big plot one. I think I'm slightly powered up. She's got anything else. Actually, I haven't been to the clinic in a while. Let's see if he's got anything new. Roman. Oh, I can use some enhancements too. Keep my last essence. I will come to like humanity. I don't want to turn into the Walking Dead. The Walking Dead toasters, chromounts, cyber themselves to within an inch of their lives and stop feeling normal emotions. Too much cyber bleaches your soul. I don't want that to happen to me. Well, unlimited augmentation is what oh, boost intelligence. Is there anything that boosts? I was thinking boost HP. reflex trigger. Oh, it's really good, actually. +1 body, +1 strength. Dodge +1. Oh, that's useful. +1 quickness. Oh, legs? Yes, I will take that. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna spend all my money to cyber myself up. Oh, but Essence, messes up my MP, right? It doesn't matter. I don't really cast that many spells anyway. Let me take a look. Essence 2. Let's go. Let's go work on that Wampoan thing. Who's killing the Wampoan elders? Oh, it's good to have a Decker. I think that's just gonna be my team then. Wampoa Garden, a carnival of chrome and neon, rife with every manner of technology and artifice one can imagine. The entire area has the feel of a night market, save that chips are sold in lieu of steamed buns and vendors hawk the latest drones rather than folk art. Something stalks these streets, hiding just out of sight. It stalks the Wampoan elders, the leaders of the band of tech-savvy squatters that have claimed this neighborhood as their own. Good. How much armor does this have? Oh. Might need to get some better armor, though. I wonder if my... get better gear. I'll miss this place. It seemed like heaven after the walled city. The place was just as crappy as everywhere else. Everyone was still in it for themselves. The mall shaped like a boat, right? Somebody thought it would be clever to make a uniquely shaped mall. Well, that's a lot more often than you would think. Or should I? Really, this game really needs a mini-map. Alright, let's go talk to this Elder Ning. This orc woman is festooned with small circuits. Welcome to the map. We're under threat. One by one, we elders are being hunted by some monster. As you may have noticed when you arrived, there's been another killing just tonight. Prodigal daughter, returned once more. I didn't expect to see you back aboard the Wampoa in my lifetime, Isabel. When you disappeared, Elder Yetud was very put out. Glad you're still alive. Oh, she's dead. So are Gan and Nakamura. And Tong was killed just tonight. So much blood. Stop this routine. Can you tell me about the murders? First to go was Gan. We found him in his apartment, eviscerated. He'd been torn apart. His head had been ripped completely off and most of his skin flayed away. There was so much blood it took us a week to clean out his apartment. The rest have been the same, always dismembered, each scene like a nightmare. And every time no one has seen anything, it's like a ghost. Locked shop. It was a locked door mystery? Inside looked like a bad horror scene, just like the other murders. It had to have happened after sundown because I saw a shop was open when I was on my way to get some noodles for dinner. A Hong Kong police force isn't welcome here. They've tried to force us out several times. We've come hunting for someone to pin a crime on. We We do a lot of favors for local gangs and triads, handle their matrix security, fix up their gear, and make sure they have access to the Hong Kong Shadowlands hub. We're too valuable a resource for them to lose, so they protect us when the HKPF or anyone else decides we're an easy target. They handle our physical security, and we make sure to send a message via the matrix. The last time the HKPF made trouble, we started airing the assistant chief's dirty laundry over the Shred. They got the pictures and backed off. They got the picture. Not that I think it. Monster, whatever it is. Apparently metahumans are monsters too, Nick. Just because it's horrible doesn't mean it's supernatural. Petty tyrants. You're being unfair, Isabel. Our laws are for the good of the community. Respect that. Single misstep couldn't have overdue. She's a shaman, that's all. She's some kind of kooky spin on it. Claims her totem some kind of all-encompassing machine god that lives in circuitry. Ancient gods and ancestors are one thing. My deck, it's mine. I built it. The only spirits it's got in are the ESPs I loaded up. Just because you cannot see or touch a thing does not mean it does not exist. Just because you do not believe in it does not mean it does not protect you from afar. Can't touch programs either, but at least I can prove they have some effect on the physical world. Your superstitions are just that. Bullshit. This guy treats drones like they're a living thing. Is that right? I'm the first inglorious servo. I study patterns, repair machinery, and teach others how to attune themselves to the wonders of automation. The Blessed Autofab is my shop and purview, where we can make the drones we use and sell. Really? What a fascinating and spiritual spin on things. I'd be interested in hearing more of your philosophy once we're done with the job. I think I may find your perspective to be very interesting. As for me, I serve as the resplendent voltage spike. It smiles crookedly. That means I shoot people who try to screw with us. It's a fancy title for head of security. Okay. Time to investigate. Upstairs. Sensory carnival, eh? Just the basics. Peter. Porter Lamb. Brace yourself and go in. Looks like the scene of a B-grade slasher sim. Damn. Alright. Let's look at the body. Damn. It's like all limbs have been torn off. The only thing holding what's left of his body in a semblance of human form is the hair-thin fiber optics of his cyberware. Looks like someone dropped him into an industrial meat grinder almost, except they brought the grinder with them. Who the hell kills like this? Someone with a highly evolved need for ritual murder, I suspect. This manner of pathology is not seen in sane individuals. Look, parts of him are missing. Curious. Okay, so he didn't feel anything. He didn't see it coming. Maybe we're dealing with an assassin, not a monster. I'm okay with that. I understand assassins. Monsters, not so much. Curious. No subdermal bruising where the skin's been removed. No sign of a struggle. Coagulation of blood and lividity marks the time of death between 2 and 4 hours ago. The knife marks are methodical. The killer doesn't seem to have been interested in preserving the skin as some kind of whole. It was removed in a bit like one fillets of fish, the path of least resistance. Some of the strips of skin have a more ragged edge than others. The ragged edge looks consistent with a claw rather than a blade. His neck's been severed between the 5th and 6th cervical vertebrae. Scoring across the bone indicates a bladed weapon, and a sharp one at that. Doesn't match any of the other wounds. If I had to guess, I'd say he was killed with a blow in the back of the neck. Everything else was subsequent damage. Honestly, I have no idea. Perhaps whoever did the rest of the damage was secondary, an action of opportunity or the like. Without firmer information, I'm not comfortable guessing. Bloody wall. Oh, signs. This isn't natural. Someone deliberately smeared blood all over these walls. See how it looks like it's got paint trails? That's because someone used tongs parts like a brush. So they painted his walls with blood? Why? Do I look like a psychologist to you? Maybe because they're a freak. Maybe they're one of those sick serial killers that sees their murders as art? I got no clue. All I know is what normal blood looks like on a wall, and this ain't it. Okay, keep going. Let's see what's in here. And Wampo, an elder with no money to save my ass. Somebody cleaned him out. Probably grabbed the key fob out of his pocket. Oh, so Isabel thinks they're corrupt too? Maybe whoever killed him didn't exit through here. We can check his computer, right? Yamaha 95,000 V SimSif. Debugging. There, I put the drive warning on suspend. It's in diagnostic mode only, though. Maybe we'll learn something, maybe not. It's like Tong was cooking some BTLs here. He hacked the P controller. Okay, it's all gibberish. I never liked Tong, but it wasn't because he was a bad guy. I just didn't like any of the elders. But he was cooking chips at Delta 12. Maybe he burned somebody he shouldn't have. Maybe they flipped their lid and came after him, or a relative did. The metahuman brain can't handle this kind of output. It'll shut down after a few of those. Okay. Alright. I think we've seen what we needed to. Talk to? Nope. Who's this guy? This guy looks awfully suspicious. Zippy. Oh. Trained surgeons, huh? Unrelated reasons. Okay. Damn, I like Tong. The BTL business is unsavory, but the man had to eat. And his regular sims are great. Generally all around nice guy, friendly with anyone, never had anyone mad at him. There ain't no justice, let me tell ya. Got me on edge. People dying is nothing new, but the flayed skin? Tell me about the elders. Their eclectic bunch, for sure. Ning's the spiritual leader here. She's the voice of the Wampones, I guess. A lot of her close friends are more of followers, since she's something of a priest for the machine spirits. Maybe it's a cultural thing for people who grew up here, but it never called to me. Still, she makes a damn fine pot of tea. Hips the muscle has an encyclopedic knowledge of cyber and BioWare. Definitely a good guy to have watching your back. Not too friendly, but you know how it is. You'll get a lot of cyber, people start wondering if you'll tear their arms off. Magpie. She was the chief decker, hot as hell against IC and built her own hardware. Salty old woman though. Never met anyone who was quite as shrill or nasty when she was mad. And she was mad most of the time. She just up and disappeared. The newer Wampones. Oh no, she could replace Elder Gao. No surprise there. Gao was older than Qin Shi Huangdi's Terracotta Warriors. That's a joke, by the way. Qin Shi Huang was the first emperor of China. Of a unified China, anyway. When I was learning decking from him, he could barely get out of bed. Still fast as hell in the Matrix, though. She's only here for 3 years, but she knew a lot of people. So this is pretty odd. There were button heads with the other elders. Okay. Magpie and the others never saw eye to eye. She was contrary for the sake of it. Most of the rest had a grand vision for what they wanted this neighborhood to become. Magpie just wanted a deck. She was only an elder because they needed someone with her Matrix chops. She wanted to expand the private trip business into the Matrix, and she just absolutely refused. Bound of not using valuable bandwidth for trivial entertainment bullshit. Sure about this one. Okay, everyone needs her Matrix skills for their businesses to run properly. She wouldn't even give them the time of day. Okay. Alright. Let's, let's see what else we got over here. Breaker hoop. Or wait. Self-defense, huh? Red Spear Gang. Check in the parking garage. Some shootout with home police. You don't let the HKP in. We shoot at them if they try. Oh, so there is something deeper here with the moat. One of the best man. Real talent that crew. This is basically like technology. We're trying to about the murders. To be blunt, she's a hateful, shrewish old badger of a person. It was always her way or the highway. She butt heads with the other elders over damn near everything. Near anything. She's gonna be this right. She always had the hottest programs, best chips, and made some killer decks for anyone willing to pay her rates. It cost plenty of new yen, but she was one of the best in the business, at least in Hong Kong. I used to be a company man for years. Made a pretty good living. Had my own place on the 48th floor in a corporate skyscraper. It's the kind of thing that the Sims teach you everybody reach for, the dream life. So what went wrong? Found out the company wasn't what I thought it was. Sure, they paid me well and kept me in creature comforts, but I accidentally looked over some misfiled reports while cleaning out a company data store. Turns out one of the company's security riggers had gotten drunk and blabbed about some project or another being over budget and behind schedule. That's not good. It'd be a fireable offense, right? Well, I guess upper management was worried info would hurt their stock ratings by a fraction of a point or two, so they fired the guy with a 308 round right through the skull. I'll sure as hell know it now. It may only have been a fraction of a point, but that was still tens of millions of new yen. I guess that went beyond the firing offense, directly into murder territory. What's worse, since I now knew about both the project and the murder, I could be next in the firing line. I knew I wasn't worth the expense to hunt down as long as I kept my head down, so I came out here looking for like-minded deckers. I guess I ended up staying because I can get a semblance of community out here and I couldn't get that many other places. Damn, this, life in this place is dystopia. Keita. Oh, takoyaki. What's a tech guy doing? What's a tech guy doing? Selling fish balls. Oh, we got Korean dramas, Asian dramas now. Pirate Trid is my other business. Oh, he sells bootleg DVDs basically. 312 episodes, huh? Alright, let's go meet those triad guys, huh? Who's this? The right kind of eyes, like you're looking for something you don't seem to trust anyone. Outsiders don't generally wander around one pillow garden without an escort. Okay. Professional curiosity. I used to be with the New York Police Department as part of the Thaumaturgical Research Division. Okay, so he's a... She couldn't afford my fee though, so I took a pass. It's not just the money either. You see that stuff day after day, you pay a price. It eats away at you. You know what it's like to feel all the sickness and anger every day? To be asked to pick up a murder weapon to relive someone's death? Feeling go into your neck, pleading in the voice of a dead woman for a killer to spare you? These days, I'd rather interrogate the living things. I can read objects. It's called psychometry. A little trick I managed to pick up. It'll text your heart. I'm not gonna read anything you find. I already told Ning I don't want any part in this. You want advice? I'll give you that, but I'm not getting drawn in further. Huh. They don't really accept anyone's not as much of a tech nut as they are. I'm just a crazy mage that lives down the road. Seem to be an okay bunch. A bit strange, but that's French culture for you. They scrounge tech, rebuild it, and sell it off. Some of them have their own auto fab shops. Their stuff's pretty high quality. People from all over Asia come to shop here if they need something rare and unusual. Loaded for a bear too. Big guns and heavy armor with MVC seals. The works. Expected. Wasn't a crime of passion. A planned attack would have some kind of resonance in my experience. It's possible that gore shows this show throw off anyone looking for an actual reason. As simple as explanation, but don't discount other possibilities. Serial killers who engage in that kind of ritual don't feel perfunctory about it in my experience. It tends to feel more like they're taking communion. It's a religious or sexual feeling most of the time. If this didn't feel that way, I don't think the killer is actually pathological. It's a precision attack. Was an attack a thrust or a cut? It was a slash. If the wound was a thrust, your attacker was using a knife of some kind. Anything over about 10 inches would be pretty hard to thrust with that at some kind of angle. The neck's too high for a longer blade. If it's a slash, you're looking at a sword or cleaver attack. Both of those are popular with the triads. They make an awful mess. It sends a message they're not to be trifled with. Oh, you've actually been pretty useful. Thanks, man. Let's go see. Who's this? Met you yet? Min Vong. Oh. Nah, I'm good. What's the optional part? The police were polite and offered to look the other way. What happened? Huh. What were they here for? Ask. We went to the parking garage, it was a gunfight, and the police never came out. We didn't let those in though, we just delivered what was left of the bodies to them. For departure. Charisma. Swag. Her name's Rainbow. Tank War Europa. I haven't seen those cabinets in here. Yeah, place the X. Dublin, huh? Cannibal horses, what the hell? Nasty buggers that drag people in the bogs and drown you. Sometimes people call them kelpies on account of the water plants they like that. You're older than Tyranno, no? Big game hunter. Oh. So she's a demon hunter. Jakarta, Indonesian vampires. Layak. Hong Kong. Oh, she might be useful. A demon hunter, huh? That's kind of weird. Let's see here. They have tailors? Material scientist. Ah! Body armor. No, this is pretty weak. Sorry. Looks pretty cool too. Yeah, the portrait designs are really good. Where's this parking garage? It says south over there. Oh, no, that's the MTR. Oh, no, that's the carnival. Where's the parking garage? Oh, we're in here. Let's see what's up. Red spear. Look around. Oh, there you go. I'm in. Alright. What happened here? All of them got killed. Yeah. Something was moving down. Big too, man-sized, but it wasn't speaking any language King understood. Dumbass dropped his storm drain key. You wanna go looking for it? You have to get a new key from someone else. Oh, so they raided Tunnel Shop. That's all I know. The guy had to be a killer. Tall, gray rain poncho, hunched over. Okay. It's time to investigate. Blood stains. Scratches with like a sword or a machete. Okay, so it's the same. It's the same fire. Language is actually it's very look, the Asian languages, like sometimes people can't tell because Chinese and Japanese and Korean too do share some characters, but if you ever see like curves or if you see circles, it means it's Korean. If you see a lot of curves or like small scratches, it's probably Japanese. Alright, we got the, so now what do we gotta do? We gotta find the key, right? Analyze the armor piece. Let's get out of here. Oh. They mentioned the cop, so did they? Or was it Porter Lamb? No, it's the other guy. Yeah. There's a lot of people in Hong Kong who go fight with a blade, but not many who could take on 4 police officers and win. That's a losing fight, even for the best gangers out there. Wherever you're looking for, there are no common killer. Alright. That means the conclusion I made myself already, but hey, you're helping me out. That's good. Okay, Porter Lamb, this is the guy. Help me out with that key, right? She loved fights and gossip. I guess I always figured she had some deep-seated insecurities covered up by attacking other people. Well, found the underground. We're probably gonna have to go into the storm drain, aren't we? Oh, we had a... Oh, the clothing store guy. We can get her to look at the armor piece. Someone's cleaned her out. They're easy to move, expensive, but highly illegal. All the rest of this crap is good, but there's nothing you couldn't pick up at any electronics store. Oh. So she didn't leave willingly. They're cheap and have a ton of capacity, but they run out of power, they lose their data. Well, that's convenient. Pick up yourselves. Oh, she probably had a timer on her deck to remind her to toggle back to meat space and eat. If I ever have to get in the zone that bad, promise me you'll punch me in the head. This place is gross. Desk drawers are stuffed to overflowing with receipts, cigarette packs, optical chips, and cables. Most of the contents are boring, useless, and disgusting. However, while searching one of the bottom drawers, a low-quality tin box catches your eye. Someone has pried the latch off, leaving a ragged hole where the lock should be. Okay, so we're missing key cards. Spare stockroom keys. The door is in the rear of Mrs. Yang's restaurant. Do not lose these. Okay. It's interesting when there's not much looting in this game. There's blood. I didn't get a trip after all. Okay. So maybe well, I mean, my opinion is there's probably two separate murders. Like Magpie's was probably not related to the person who killed the other owners. Alright, let's get that armor checked out.
Hello, evidence.
Well, your stuff might not be very good, but you can be useful after all. Japanese markings. This one's Renkaku, fairly recognizable. The composition appears to be high-density ferroceramics, probably boron carbide with an interwoven bioaramid mesh. The staining on the edges suggests it would contain pockets of silica, suspended in polyethylene glycol, similar to the commercially sold gel pack technology. His armor could have withstood a significant amount of impact force. Even standard 7.62mm rounds wouldn't have much of a chance of penetrating. What could penetrate? So armor piercing? Oh, you know your stuff, lady. Whoever shot this off the owner came loaded with the right kind of weapon to get the job done, that's for certain. And you don't carry that kind of ordnance around unless you're sure of what you're facing. It's just too expensive for common carry. Thanks, lady. You've been very useful. What's left? All we got is the storm drain, right? Key paper stock. It's the back of the restaurant, right? Alright, let's go. Can I go into the restaurant? I have to go back. Let's go back. Nothing in the display case, I guess. There's might be something here, right? There's nothing else. Just in the back of the restaurant. Find a key. I have a feeling we're not supposed to go down this door. Doesn't seem to be any other stores we can enter. Alright, let's go. Got the key for it. What's up here? Well, body parts. That's not good. Extremely sharp. This armband belonged to Vor. These are criminal tattoos. The lighthouse showed he tried to escape from prison or planned to. The words say all police are dogs. That skull inside a square means he served a prison term for robbery once. Okay. There's a necklace. Oh, magpie. So she was down here. I should probably save. Yeah, the save system in this game is really weird. I'm not sure how... They need a better designed auto-save, I think. Oh, what are all these people? They're Slavic. Well, she smelled us. Okay. Oh, so we got... Oh, so they killed Magpie. Is there anything else we could use? Alright. So now we climb back up. Oh. That's it? Where do we go then? Oh, yeah, because we got the key for the stock room. Actually, maybe I can talk to them about the magpie thing. Alright, so now we know the elders didn't kill them. Oh. Maybe I can tell them? Actually, no, it's not an objective, right? So I need to... Yeah. I have a feeling this is the end of the encounter, though. Let's go. This looks like an encounter room. Hello. Food. Somebody's been eating. Raw meat. How's what's gonna be? You eat their food? You've got a really weird sense of the Do you know that? That was gonna be a running gag. Tastes like chicken. Mementos. The mask. The wooden mask is extremely light. Charms. Paper fan. Oh, he's back. He's got a katana. Standing before you is a man clad in heavy armor and bearing katana on his hip. His skin is ashen gray, his eyes dead white. His teeth are jagged and appear quite sharp. This is no man. This is a ghoul. A hired gun, no doubt brought to bear against me by the Wampoan elders, a means by which they can lift the curse plaguing them. I salute your tenacity, but I wonder, will you hear me out before raising your weapon to kill me? Yes, I am not only talking, I am reasoning as well, and since you have not attempted to kill me, your own higher faculties are engaged. I am a curiosity to you. You wish to know not only who I am, but what I have done. As for who, you may call me Gaichu. You are correct. I have killed all the Wampoan elders to date. Although only Elder Magpie was according to my initial plan. I regret the deaths of the other elders, but it was necessary. This affair began simply enough. As you may surmise, I am not someone who can be seen in public without great risk. Wampoa Garden is an excellent place to hide. No police or triad presence, and minimal interest in things that lurk in the shadows. Unfortunately for me, Elder Ning discovered me through communion with her spirits. Rather than kill or chase me away, she came to me with a proposition. Ning and the other elders were having problems with one of their number. An elder named Magpie had been holding many of their plants hostage and would not budge. They could not remove Magpie, however, because their services were too useful to the Wampoans at large. Ning offered me payment to dispose of Magpie, and I accepted. Why the hell are we talking this thing like this? It's a goddamn ghoul, and you know what they're like. Really? Pray tell, what am I like? All teeth and claws and bad manners, I expect. Gaichu's tone is amused. Really? You want to crack jokes, you cannibal? You're the kind of monster that devour a family just because it's convenient. Remember the 162s, Douglas? He's just like them. I believe we were speaking of the elders' plans they had me kill Magpie. Surely you must be a little curious about that. Didn't clean up all our blood. I found some in the drain. Ah, unfortunate. I had thought I was careful enough. Having it on my hands must have obscured my sense of smell enough that I missed the last remnants in the drain. I disposed of Magpie's body by emptying the blood in her bathroom. Then I cut her up into more portable pieces. They were placed in a plastic tarp which I took to the storm drains and hid. It's unfortunate, but my survival depends on consumption of raw metahuman flesh. Letting such nourishment go to waste would be a foolish error. I killed the other elders, though. I contracted the elders, not in person, of course, but they arranged an exchange of payment. I assumed that since the job was done, Ning would be a woman of her word. I was mistaken. I arrived at the nearby parking garage the elders had told me about. They cleared out the other Wampoans under some pretense, although I'm not sure what ruse they used. The elders never showed up. Instead, several members of the Hong Kong police force arrived. They were more heavily armed than usual, so I suspect they knew something of my nature. Killed them with a sword? In my hands. Yes, my blindness precludes the use of ranged weapons, unfortunate, since I was an excellent shot before I became infected. But my skills in grappling kenjutsu have only increased. A battle of swords is a clash of souls. Mine was stronger than theirs, and they perished. A betrayal of that sort cannot stand. Not only was I not paid for my time and effort, the Wampoan elders treated me like a common animal, and I am so much more than that. Reputation is everything, and I had none. I had hoped to build a network of contacts so I would be able to continue finding work. But with that treachery, my hopes were dashed. I decided to become the monster they feared. One by one, I have eliminated them. They know how to contact me, and could have ended their nightmare at any time by making amends. I would have asked for more money, but I would have ceased my hunt, yet they did not. Instead, they contacted you, no doubt asking you to eliminate me where the police had failed. So I ask you now, will you attempt to finish what the Wampoan started, or will you treat me with the same humanity I've shown you? Is this from your armor? Ah yes, I felt a ragged edge on one shoulder plate. I assumed it was removed when one of the police officers shot me with his rifle. Why would they have killed you? Any reason, they are notorious cheapskates, and will always try to save money when dealing with outsiders. It could be their natural inclination toward profit. They may regard me as subhuman, and therefore unworthy of respect. It could be they felt I was too dangerous to allow to live. It could be even they simply did not like me. The net result is the same, however. They reneged on a deal we brokered, and attempted to have me killed. A message must be sent. Blood must be paid. As they have hired you to kill me, they obviously have not learned their lessons. Well, he's gonna keep killing them. Oh damn, his condition requires he consumes raw metahuman flesh. Do not require a great deal to survive, perhaps 3 to 4 pounds per week. Consequently, there is massively more supply than demand. I want to see what they have to say first. Oh wow, I'm just gonna bring them out into the streets. Alright. I have the full story. And the triads are a bit too far to save them, so I do have the upper hand here, right? Oh no, he's going. Okay, so yeah, this is time for the trial to begin, or negotiation, I guess. All right. Why hell's a ghoul here, and why is it wearing armor? I'm not in your elders' notice. Intimate. Glad this means you learned the price of your betrayal. What proof do you have that magpie is dead? It's definitely proof on its own. Large amount of blood. I'll have to fight with the Hong Kong police force. Why would the police ask for entry now? So it's more likely they hired the police to hunt down the thief. Didn't even feel the harm. His death was instant. Regrettable he had to die for your following me, but necessary to protect my reputation. It wasn't about cruelty, it was about sending a message. There's no cause to prolong their suffering. The message was for the living elders. Okay. Mentioned any notion we had to defend ourselves. So they took her gear for magpies. That's all I got. Elders, too many facts don't act up. You are obviously hiding something, possibly a great deal from the rest of the tribe. I'm sorry, but I have to take you into custody until the community can decide the extent and manner of your punishment. Death will seem appropriate to me. To you, one of your most trusted citizens. You take Gaichu with you. I can't have him staying here. No problem. You'll be coming with me. Hey, got another party member. Nice. We should have killed them if for no other reason than to maintain our reputation. You're gonna be done with Vampire. Alright, damn, get that 2 karma. Let's get out of here. Well, I assume they wouldn't pay me very much, because, you know, they hired me to kill this ghoul, and freaking, instead I got their entire group of leaders arrested. Oh, good. The MTR. Gaichu stares sightlessly out the window, one hand pressed to the glass. The plot by the elders exposed and Porter Lamb is in your debt. You have a new ally and the respect of the Wampones. Sometimes, everything goes right on a job. You count yourself lucky this is one of those times. Wait, what? This counts as a success? I went to their area and got every one of their leaders arrested. That's like doing a job for the US and like indicting all of Congress. That's super weird. Alright. Oh, damn, 8 karma gained? Nice. Let's do this. Oh, 12 karma. This might actually be able to... Oh, might be able to up my body and get some more cyberware. It's only 1 point. Is this the totem? Oh, here we go. Yes, unlock the totem. what's left. What do I want to put in? I could probably have something to up my charisma with that. I don't need to. Show my body afterwards. Oh. Oh. You sound excited, Auntie. Okay. I'm actually kind of worried right now. Oh, I wonder how Maximum Law feels about me indicting all of his, all the elders. Oh, I got upgrades too. Nice. So, let's see what Maximum Law is up to. Those piss drinking. Whose fault this is? Ning. She always had it in for Magpie because Magpie was a genius. That turbo snorting woo-woo idiot and her lackeys almost destroyed the Wimpo network. Well, I'm glad you support this. Well, you're a pretty cool guy. Yeah, this went over a lot better than in real world. Spoiler. I don't think, oh, Gaichu. What do you got? Active defense. Oh, it's active though. Rick, I will take that. Well, he needs a defensive move, right? Because he's a melee only guy. Oh, spit saliva. 12 HP. Ooh, whoa, shuriken, that does a lot. So this does more damage over time, but the shuriken does more straight damage. I'll take the shuriken. Somebody else learn something? Oh yeah. Okay. Alright, Nani. Let's see what's up. Let's save just before. Hopefully this is not a return. The rest of my crew's there. So. Good to see you. The wiretap we have placed in the police have borne fruit. This should be good. It's only a snippet. There were some technical difficulties with the tap. The person responsible has been sacked. Westerners aren't found. Whoa, they're hiring the police. So Chief Inspector is involved. The woman killed her. The plastic face looks a lot cooler, so I think it's kind of pretty. It's the first name, Josephine, saying she's the one pulling the strings. The disease-riddled dog fucker. I should have known it was her from the beginning. She had the nerve to call down heat on Mind Runners on Nightjar? Friend of yours? She's the CEO of Sang Mechanical Services and a member of the Hong Kong Executive Council. Wow. What do you know about her? Philanthropist of the Year in 2054 and 2055. Children's hospitals, homeless shelters, food distribution centers. Huh. Don't be so cynical, Isabel. Coming face to face with the unsanitized for a video pour is distasteful to you. You know that. Beyond being a CEO and a philanthropist, I also know that Josephine Sang is a lying, conniving bitch. Sounds like you have a history. Oh. Josephine's baby. It was a B-rated corporation before she married into the Sang family. But after she fought for and won the contract to rebuild Kowloon Walled City. Well, That raises some red flags right there. She's the one who rebuilt it, huh? Clearly means something good. She's not dumb. Clearly can make this connection. She probably hired him. Okay, so they're council. Of course, every single one of those candidates is on some corporation's payroll somehow. Instant government. Fine. Alright. Alright, we got some plot stuff. Everyone's out. Wait, where's the ghoul gonna live, though? I mean, I guess it's on the boat. See if there's anything new with our newfound friend. Reliable Matthew. Looks so sad. Oh. Well, got a new friend asking me for help. Can't turn him down. Let's go, Matthew. Oh, it's just a oh, it's just a recap of is that a glitch, or are they like are they supposed to repeat that conversation? Gonna up the body and get some more cybernetics. See what's up with the troll family. Same you and me. People near may look the part, but it's different from us. We're legit. We got that edge. It's because life is not for me. I'm capable of so much more. Ma won't ever see it. But I know Ba will understand. He is not meant for this kind of life either. You know it. You talk to him, right? You see it in him. Once a badass pirate, always a badass pirate. Something. So some triads. Oh. Wow, both their children are ambitious. It's not a bad thing. Huh, this wall makes me think the more a person is in the spotlight, the more they're a stranger to everyone else. Got the occasional Simpsons star or athlete surrounded by an entourage of muscle and photographers. It's all for their image, you see. They want a stack of carefully staged photographs that seem like paparazzi shots of the notorious underworld hideout in Arms Bazaar. Henry smiled sardonically. If they were really all that, the HKPF would have bombed us by now. Club 88 is a neutral zone, and Ermine mostly deals with small arms. We clear the joint, let them stage things however they like, throw a few tattooed out blue lanterns in the background. In exchange, we get a big stack of new yen and a glossy face on the wall to show how popular our club has become. Kindly locks all Haoi down for the visit. Those fame bunnies are safer here than they probably are in their own penthouses. It's all my wife's idea, of course. She got a good head on her shoulders. Callum's lucky she's got her brain. I'm afraid Frederick takes after his old man. Less excitement. Oh, it took a small turn as a small-time smuggler. Less excitement than you might think. Never really made all that much extra money doing it either. Had it been riskier, I never would have bothered. But our boat's engineer was a good friend of mine, and he wasn't in on the deal. He could tuck those crates in the engine room where only he knew they existed. I just had to shepherd them on and off the boat. Probably could have negotiated better deals, but I just wanted to get rid of the stuff as fast as I could. Didn't want Wasim to find out, and especially didn't want Ermine to find out. But find out she did. Though she surprised me with her reaction. Thought she would throw a fit. The only thing she was mad about was my profit margin, and so she took over. She and I grew up together here in Hawaii. We were childhood sweethearts, but how often do such things last? Then, back in 21, we were both 18 and unsure of our futures. We both goblinized. The world was turned on its head. People said it was a disease or the result of a biological weapon. There was panic everywhere. But Ermine and I saw it differently. We saw it as a sign we were meant to be. It didn't matter if we were lepers because we were lepers together. Wish I could say she was the first and only love in my life, but there will always be another. I heeded her call for far too long before finally settling down here with Ermine. Even so, that call is always there, tempting me to come back, to be lost forever. Worst way to go, I suppose. I do my best to resist, try to focus on what Irvine has built for us here. Oh damn, this is some deeper problems underneath the surface. A man sought me out and went to all the trouble to set up a meet and get into healing. That takes guts for someone corporate. Says he's a recruiter, like a talent scout for one of the big corporations, and they're interested in me. Can you believe that? Even way down here in healing, they've heard of me. They see potential. One of the big shots this corp wants to be a benefactor. It's amazing, right? Even Lee Cushing needed a mentor. They became one of the most successful men in the world. Tell me that. Is it really so bad here? Halfway between something better and something worse. You stay here, you're just accepting the fact you'll never amount to anything. You're agreeing that all you care about is keeping your head above water. It's 4 good walls and 3 square meters at its best. Some people pass through here on their way down before bottoming out in the walled city or as a floater in the harbor. Others pass through on their way up, places like Taikoshi or Aberdeen. That's how I intend to go. This guy dreams of a better future. There's nothing wrong with it. Just you can't be naive about it. Oh, he's another person. Oh, damn. Universal donor. Human factories. Oh, stuff. Alright, maybe we'll actually, if we actually come up against Shawase. Obvious death of someone beloved. Terrorist thing. I don't know. When spirits are down, people drink. When spirits are high, people drink. We make money either way. I just prefer knowing which way the winds are blowing. It comes from being an old sailor's wife. That means white tiger. Before the boys were born, I started as low as one can get, but I was good with people and I understand politics better than most. Being a troll in the corporate world is very hard. There's a lot of bigotry. However, I turned it to my advantage every way I could. People underestimated me. I used that in every way I could, and sometimes being able to project raw, contained power is very useful. Slowly, I climbed the ladder. Sometimes I wonder what it might have been if Callum hadn't come along when he did, but there's no changing the past. He's become even more distant of late, more secretive. I saw him talking with someone the other day, the kind of person who doesn't belong here and shouldn't even be here. I don't know what they were trying to hide, who they were or what they wanted, but Callum is clearly trying to hide it from me. I have a bad feeling, the same heavy feeling that hangs over this place. Something is wrong. Something is bad. Something bad is coming for my son, and I don't know if I can stop it. Hope that can help him out. Oh, let's go see if Crafty's covered something new. Oh, hey, maybe Spider Shed has something for us too. Some alpha. My lawyer, Yang. Good lawyer. Big fuss. Got some new pets coming in. I can make raw anti-venom serums. Oh. Did a wet work. Well, I guess this would be expected here, to this setting. Alright, let's collect our payment and see what's up with our new party member. I wonder if he's downstairs too. I assume that's where he is. The Sauce and Tiger Revenge. Years, the Yellow Lotus acted as tax collectors within the walled city. Since the walled city was built by Josephine Sang and the Yellow Lotus was run by Auntie Cheng, they must have had a working business relationship. For a while at least. From what Nightjar told me, he was her favorite. You got that, right? Auntie was known as a real up-and-comer back then. She was on the fast track to be the next Yellow Lotus 438. That's a big deal gig. Seattle, money, and power galore. Now you need to know there were a lot of Triad and Corps doing business in the walled city. All sorts of stuff. Sometimes they work together nicely and sometimes people get bloody. The way that I heard it, Auntie came up with some sort of grand plan to consolidate business in the walled city. The power would be split between Yellow Lotus and Sang's company, and everyone else would get their cut. If her plan worked, Auntie would rise in the Lotus like nobody's business, and Josephine Sang would make long bank. There was a catch, though. In order for the plan to work, both women would need to jump through a lot of hoops. There would be street-level maneuvering and power plays on Auntie's side, and blackmail and negotiations on the corporate level from Josephine Sang. My info gets sketchy here. From what I pieced together, Sang went behind Auntie's back and took her plan to her boss, a 438 named Wong Lun Fat. They cut kindly out of her own plan. Why'd Sang do that? My guess is she saw Auntie as some sort of threat. People in the know say Wong Lun Fat is weak and greedy. She can be manipulated if her palms remain well greased. Long story short, power was consolidated in the walled city just like Auntie planned, only she didn't wind up getting any of it. Her climb up the Lotus ladder came to an abrupt halt. She's still a straw sandal, just like she was before Sang backstabbed her, and now she's stuck in heat oil like a fly in amber. I'd be pissed too if it were me. It's personal. Let's claim payment. I don't trust people who won't pay with their own. They could have just paid the guy and freaking avoided all this. Shit, there's anything interesting on the Shadowlands. Typhoon warning. Eh. Verse. Oh, it's more poetry stuff. The hunt continues. Oh, it's the, looking for a tailor, huh? I'm just gonna go through a new Pinoy. Pinoy means Philippine girl, I think. Want to trade eyes? What the hell? I acquired a huge supply of cutting-edge cybernetic eyes. House of Pork. Walled City embezzlement. Sang has struggled financially since the Walled City project. It's kind of weird. Probably still talking about his thing. We must really ready ourselves for the run on the Ares Age of Holdings. I cannot and will not rest until my research has been recovered. I'm afraid you will find me a poor conversationalist until my goals have been achieved. He's focused. Is this where? Yep, gotta choose here. Let's see what's up with him. Well, I mean he's blind. I don't think he needs light. Welcome to my life. I apologize for the lack of light, but as I did not need it, Goblin took the bulbs for use elsewhere. I live among those who can make use of my services and who are not attempting to claim the bounty on my head. Is that not enough for now? While I understand your desire to keep the elders alive to preserve whatever goodwill exists between you and the Wampones, I worry that such softness sends the wrong message to those in the underworld. There's a time for truth, but there's also a time for sending a message. This guy's really into sending a message. Aside from my heightened sense of smell and hearing, I am stronger, tougher, and more resilient than any mundane human. I can achieve feats of physicality that are normally restricted to adepts and those with extensive enhancements. These as well, as sharp as any small knife. I prefer my sword, but in a grapple they come in extreme handy. You still need to sleep? Unfortunately, I do. I am not an undead creature of legend. If I manage to unlock the secret of rest without sleep, I will be certain to inform you. Ravenous beast. Well, it's considerably less rare for a samurai to have a suit of it, though. He was a member of the Renkaku, oh no, Renraku. Military for my entire adult life until my current affliction, anyway. What other employment is appropriate for a cannibal whose only previous experiences in military operations? There are not many things I know how to do. This is one of them. Medical help. In theory, red samurai who are wounded are given the best in medical treatment and cybernetics. If these are insufficient to return to active duty, they are given a pension and retired. In practice, this is never the case. Red samurai teams do everything together. Eat, sleep, train, play. We learn to think for each other, move as a single entity. When part of that team is broken, it affects everyone. The other members of the unit would be distracted, thinking about a wounded comrade, and would resent a new member for usurping the old member's place. So the wounded invariably take the same course of action. For the good of the team, ritual suicide. Will not be necessary. But for us, the laws of etiquette are different. Some would call it extreme, but it is always done willingly. Or almost always, I should say. In my case, I became infected while on a sabotage mission against Shiwase. Oh, there's that name again. In Osaka, the unit was exfiltrating on foot from Naniwa Ward through the Arin Chiku slums. We had not anticipated a ghoul nest on our route. My surprise got the better of me and I was bitten. Understand that since the passage of the Yamato Act, Japan is a pure country. Metahumans are deported, and to be infected with HMHVV is to be less than an animal. You will be killed on sight. Since this was in effect the same as being permanently crippled in the eyes of the team, it was expected that I would kill myself. That was pretty fascist. When I was younger, I would have argued that you did not understand what it means to be Japanese. I think now, however, that you are correct. The Yamato Act is a convenient way to encourage nationalistic fervor while avoiding the racial problems of other nations by simply removing non-humans. Because I was still capable of fighting, I questioned the necessity of suicide. Why should I die if I was still as effective as before? Was I not worth having simply because my diet changed? One does not discard a quality tool simply because the surface is stained. I made the decision to leave while the unit was allowing me time to prepare for my expected suicide. I took nothing but my weapons, armor, and a small number of personal memories. I knew the unit will hunt me down and kill me. Ghouls are considered vermin in Japan. To have a red samurai become one and refuse to die? Unconscionable. They do, to an anachronistic degree. Political and ideological indoctrination is as much part of the training as physical fitness and weapons practice. In order to use this, they will make certain you will only turn it on enemies of the company and nation. They found me 2 weeks after I ran. I was careless as I fled south, and they caught up with me in Fukuoka. But I escaped, barely. It was at the point I decided I should leave Japan. I knew they would not stop hunting me, but I could make it more difficult for them. No, so Gaichus is ghouls for the most part. I'm vermin, a thing shunned by polite society, to be hunted and slain for a bounty. My old life is gone. It seemed as apt a name for the streets as any other I could choose. One does not defeat the enemy solely by strength of arms. One must turn one's own weakness into strength. It is an old and valuable lesson, too often forgotten. Oh, he's searching for a cure. Went to China, primarily because I still hope to be able to return home. It felt less final if I fled to somewhere nearby. Okay. Lagos, maybe? Aw. Drifted between neighborhoods selling my service. Has not been profitable as I hoped. So he always, must be on Maya. If I remember right, I gave better than I got in that fight. 3 against 1, but they were out of shape and cocky. I used to cause a lot of trouble when I was in school. My father was constantly raging that I had no sense of responsibility, and that I needed to take life more seriously. Final straw was when he bailed me out of jail. My friends and I stole a delivery van. It had a shipment of Shiwase Simsense decks. Brand new, very expensive. We were going to fence them and use the money to take a trip to Okinawa. Oh, that's like the vacation spot in Japan. Are you familiar with what it's like to grow up in a corporate family? You have to understand, children are trained to hate rival corporations. We did not regard the theft of Shiwase goods as illegal. We were simply doing our part to ensure Renraku's supremacy. This kind of behavior is ignored and even tactically encouraged by company media. Unfortunately, we were caught by Shiwase security, not Renkaku. It was secret. I doubt it very much. For him, the activity was not the issue. It was that I was caught and embarrassed, both the company and him. He was very much a man who believes there is a proper way to do things, and I had once again cut corners. It's a story for another time. Unfortunately, I still have a lot of arranging to do. I doubt anyone else would be willing to come alone with me in the darkened room. Come back later. Okay. Well, he seems a nice enough guy. What is this? Person. Let's put it back. Oh, what's the wooden mask? Oh, this Ikuda Atsusamori. Is that the one with the Tyra? Okay, I know that's familiar. I had a collection of a dozen or so no masks when I was younger. That is the last remaining one and my personal favorite. What's the play about? A young man travels with the priest who raised him to Ikuda Shrine to commune with the spirit of his father, Taira no Atsumori. The young man's father died at the Battle of Ichi no Tani when the son was only a baby, and he wishes to know who his father was. The pair stayed a night in the small hut, and the hermit of the hut explains that he is the ghost of Atsumori. Atsumori has been granted a brief reprieve from his time in the afterlife to meet his son. During the night, they speak of the battle in which Atsumori was killed, the history of the Taira family and their philosophy. Atsumori fades into darkness as he finishes the tale of the Taira's downfall, just as the family itself faded into obscurity. So to think we, yet oh that we might change this fragile dream of joy into the lasting love of waking life, says Atsumori before fading. It is the tale of sorrow, love, and the burden of war upon the dead and living alike. The price one pays for war is not always in one's own blood alone, but in the shattering of one's family. Why is it his favorite? A measure of civic pride, I suppose, and I like the story. Taira no Atsumori died in the Battle of Ichi no Tani, just outside Kobe. The play takes place primarily at Ikuda Shrine, which is located in downtown Kobe. In old cities in Japan, especially in Keihanshin, I have always felt there is a sense of history wherever one looks. The skyline may have skyscrapers and delivery drones, but the foundations are laid on the bones of the dead. I think it is important to remember the sacrifices and joys, sorrows and glories. That is why sometimes I worry I am a sentimentalist at heart. Yeah, no actors wear the masks for expression. They don't. The words are sung like a Western opera and accompanied by a set of musicians known as Hayashi. The Hayashi keeps time with several drums, a flute, and a chorus in the Greek theatrical sense, I mean. Unfortunately, no is unpopular art in modern times. I expect this is because all the plays are conducted in classical Japanese, which is not comprehensible to the general public. I have heard that the creators of No, a father and son in the 14th century, took inspiration from magical rituals at Shinto shrines. It is said by placing masks upon their faces, the actors become possessed by the spirits of the characters they play. There are worse fates, I think, than to embody the spirit of a tragic warrior like Atsumori. Haha, that thing. It's a beautiful set, but it's a shame I am unable to make use. Used to be able to. My handwriting has always been absolutely terrible. Whatever fanciful stories you may have heard of being able to tell a swordsman's ability by his handwriting, I assure you that they are wrong. The set was a gift from a professor of Japanese literature. He appreciated my interest in the classics, the tale of the Heiki, the tale of the Genji, the collection of 10,000 Leaves, etc. I think he wished to encourage me to cultivate non-martial interests. I appreciated the gesture, but my attempts at fine calligraphy mostly resembled excited chickens prancing over paper, their feet soaked in ink. Alright, we hit our time here. Until next time.